Yo, what's up guys? It's Overlord1469 and welcome back to a new Ninjago video. Today, Season 12, Episode 3 was released in Vietnamese, so I thought I would quickly give my overall thoughts. Remember, this is not a review. I will release my full review for this episode once it releases in English, which I think should be next Saturday. I don't read or speak Vietnamese, so I have no idea what the characters are saying, but I'll at least say what I think is the plot and my overall thoughts about the episode. Enough said, let's get started. So the episode first opens with Fred finally on Ninjago TV News talking about the crisis involving Prime Empire. He shows security camera footage of kids entering the Prime Empire arcade pods. At Benny's Arcade Emporium from the Gale Gossip short, Benny starts complaining to a police officer who is taking away his arcade pods. Meanwhile, at Crypterium Prison, the mechanic and all the other prisoners are broken up by what I think is a system glitch made by Unigami. This system glitch causes all the cells to open and lets all the prisoners free. The mechanic gathers Ultraviolet, Captain Soto, and a ton of other prisoners to go find the ninja. At Borg Industries, the ninja meet Cyrus Borg, who talks to them about Prime Empire. This is the scene where he tells them that there are a ton of players that are trapped inside the game. Again, I did not understand what the characters were saying, but Borg was saying something that concerned all of the ninja, including Pixel, who was there as well. Here, we learn why Zane chose to stay in Ninjago City instead of entering Prime Empire. Cole opens the game and starts his grind to level 13. Meanwhile, the prisoners arrive at Borg Industries to find the ninja, and Fugitive goes to do his own thing in Ninjago City. Thanks to Borg security drones, they notice that the prisoners are there, so they try to urge Cole to hurry up. The prisoners try to go around a ton of traps and obstacles, and they even run into some ninjroids. Eventually, the prisoners arrive to the 100th floor, or Cyrus Borg's office, and the ninja have a skirmish with them. Cole ends up reaching level 13 of Prime Empire, which opens the arcade pod. First, Kai and Nia enter the Prime Empire arcade pod. Lloyd is just about to enter, but then the mechanic gets in his way. Zane punches the mechanic, opening a path for Lloyd and saying goodbye to him and Cole as they enter the arcade pod. Zane takes the motherboard and he, Pixel, and Borg leave the Borg Industries tower on a helicopter. The mechanic motivates his prisoners saying they will enter Prime Empire as well, but then he gets angry that the Prime Empire arcade pod doesn't work. The episode ends with Kai, Nia, Cole, and Lloyd arriving in Prime Empire. So overall, I thought the episode did what it had to do. The purpose of the episode was just to get the ninja into the video game. I like the scene at the beginning of the episode with Benny and the police officer because it shows us the impact of Prime Empire on arcades all over Ninjago. I also feel like the scene with Fred finally at the beginning of the episode is also important because it shows us the stakes. People are entering Prime Empire. Then Cyrus Borg reminds us in Borg Industries, oh hey, 800 of these players have entered the game. I like the introduction of Borg's new security drones. It gives us a variety of his security apart from the ninjroids. Speaking of which, the ninjroids returned, and I was really happy about that. As always, fight scenes were really well choreographed. Also, the soundtrack was pretty cool. I also like that Captain Soto is starting to make more of a role instead of just the mechanic and Ultraviolet. Now let's move on to the cons. There are two which I want to name. First, let's just get this out of the way. The Fugitive scenes were just unnecessary. I wish Fugitive was an actual threatening villain, but here he's just being portrayed as comic relief. I just wish he could be more than that. My second con is what happened to all the other prisoners? Like Kilo or the Giant Stone Warrior. What happened to them? Hopefully this is explained in a future episode, but if not, I'm going to be pretty mad. Otherwise, I think the episode did what it had to do, and I was pretty happy with it. I guess the subplot involving Zane and Pixel will be to get all these criminals back to Crypterium Prison. Hopefully Cyrus Borg will have more of a role this season than just this episode, but apart from that, yeah, that's all I have to say. Next episode, we'll likely catch up with Jay and see what he's doing in Prime Empire before meeting Scott. Stay tuned for my episode review once this episode releases in English. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.